with amount of power and influence in Vice City. Alongside his brother Diego, he ruled the drug trade with an iron fist, using his wealth and connections to control the city's media, police, and politicians. Armando was known for his charisma and strategic thinking, as well as his manipulation skills and marksmanship. He was a force to be reckoned with, a man who could make or break anyone who crossed him. But for all his intelligence and cunning, Armando had his flaws. His overconfidence and arrogance often led him to underestimate his enemies, and his cruelty and sadism made him a feared and hated figure in Vice City. He enjoyed torturing and killing those who stood in his way, showing no mercy to anyone who dared to challenge him. One such challenge came in the form of the Vance brothers, Victor and Lance. When they mistakenly stole a cocaine shipment belonging to the Mendez cartel, Armando saw an opportunity to use it to his advantage. He forced them to work for him, making them do his dirty work and take the fall for him if necessary. But he never anticipated the determination and cunning of the Vance brothers, who managed to survive his attempts on their lives and eventually turn against him. Armando's downfall came when his former ally, Ricardo Diaz, betrayed him and helped Victor Vance hack into his domestic robot, destroying his safe and his bearer bonds. In a fit of rage, Armando kidnapped and murdered Victor's girlfriend, Louis Cassidy, sealing his own fate. In the end, Armando Mendez was a complex and interesting character, a man who was both formidable and vulnerable. He was not a true genius mastermind, but he was far from being a fool. His story was one of power, betrayal, and ultimately downfall. And in the world of Vice City, where only the strongest survive, Armando Mendez learned the hard way that even the most powerful can be brought to their knees. Armando Mendez was a man of power and influence in Vice City. Alongside his brother Diego, he ruled the drug trade with an iron fist, using his wealth and connections to control the city's media, police, and politicians. Armando was known for his charisma and strategic thinking, as well as his manipulation skills and marksmanship. He was a force to be reckoned with, a man who could make or break anyone who crossed him. But Armando was not without his flaws. His overconfidence and arrogance often led him to underestimate his enemies, and his cruelty and sadism knew no bounds. He enjoyed torturing and killing those who stood in his way, showing no mercy to anyone who dared to challenge him. His downfall came when he underestimated the Vance brothers, Lance and Victor, who managed to survive his attempts on their lives and eventually turn against him. Armando's fatal mistake was trusting Ricardo Diaz, a former ally who betrayed him and helped Victor Vance destroy his safe and continuing bearer bonds. In a fit of rage, Armando kidnapped and murdered Victor's girlfriend, Louis Cassidy, sealing his own fate. Despite his intelligence and cunning, Armando was ultimately brought down by his own hubris and cruelty. In the end, Armando Mendez was a complex and interesting character, a man who was both formidable and vulnerable. He may not have been a true genius mastermind, but he was a force to be reckoned with in Vice City. His story was one of power, betrayal, and ultimately downfall. And in the world of crime and corruption, Armando Mendez's name will be remembered for years to come. Chang Jing-chan was a man with a lot of crew. As the son of Shin King Roy, the leader of the Liberty City Triads, he was expected to follow in his father's footsteps and become a powerful figure in the criminal underworld. But Chan was not like his father. He was reckless, impulsive, and constantly seeking validation from those around him. Chan was also a spoiled, perverted, and drug-addicted scumbag. He spent his days partying, indulging in his vices, and trying to impress his father with his extravagant lifestyle. But despite his best efforts, Chan was always falling short of his father's expectations. As an underboss of the Jing family, one of the three factions of the Triads, Chan was constantly trying to prove himself to his father and his peers. But his foolishness and incompetence always got in the way. He failed in his missions, got himself into trouble, and was easily fooled by those around him. One person who took advantage of Chan's naivety was Huang Li, the main character of GTA Chinatown Wars. Huang mocked and insulted Chan behind his back, knowing that Chan was too clueless to realize what was happening. But Chan was oblivious to the fact that he was being played for a fool. Things took a turn for the worse when rumors started circulating that Chan was the suspect of being a rat who leaked information to the Fed. His father, Shin, ordered Huang to take care of Chan and his rival, Zhou Ming, who was also accused of being a snitch. In a dramatic showdown, Chan confronted Huang, unaware of the betrayal that was about to unfold. As bullets flew and chaos erupted, Chan realized too late that he had been betrayed by his supposed friend. In his final moments, as he lay dying on the ground, Chan's last thought was the disappointment he had brought upon his father and the Triads. Chang Jing-chan was a cautionary tale of what happens when ambition is clouded by foolishness and greed. He lacked the skills, strategy, common sense, and loyalty that were necessary to succeed in the criminal underworld. And in the end, his downfall was a tragic reminder of the consequences of his own actions. Diego Mendez stood at the window of his lavish mansion overlooking the city of Vice City. He was the younger brother of Armando Mendez, the ruthless leader of the Mendez cartel, the most powerful drug syndicate in the city. Diego was known for his quiet and reserved nature, speaking mostly in Spanish and showing no mercy to his enemies and rivals. Despite their criminal activities, Diego and Armando were well-known philanthropists in Vice City, using their wealth and power to gain influence and control over the city. They were involved in drug trafficking, counterfeiting, slavery, and other criminal activities, making them the main villains of GTA Vice City stories. Diego and his brother initially hired Victor Vance and his brother Lance Vance to work for them, but soon betrayed them, leading to a deadly confrontation. They kidnapped Victor's girlfriend Louise and tortured her to death, sparking a fierce battle between the Vances and the Mendez brothers. Diego, armed with an assault rifle, fought alongside his brother Armando, who wielded a flamethrower. They were a formidable duo, but Victor Vance was determined to avenge Louise and take down the Mendez cartel once and for all. In a final showdown at the mansion, Victor emerged victorious, killing both Diego and Armando and taking over their empire. Diego Mendez may have been smart and successful in his criminal endeavors, but he was far from being a true genius. He made mistakes, such as trusting the wrong people, underestimating his enemies, and failing to protect his own brother. In the end, his downfall came at the hands of Victor Vance, a man fueled by revenge and justice. As the sun set over Vice City, the reign of the Mendez brothers came to a bloody end, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos in their wake. Diego Mendez may have been a formidable foe, but in the end, he was no match for the determination and skill of Victor Vance. Jerry Martinez was a corrupt sergeant at Fort Baxter Army Base, using his position of power to engage in illegal activities such as drug dealing, soliciting prostitutes, and even watching animal porn in his barracks. He was one of the superior officers of Victor Vance, a young soldier who looked up to him as a mentor. One day, Martinez ordered Vance to get a shipment of drugs for him and had him in barracks. However, this led to Vance's dishonorable discharge from the army when drugs were discovered. Feeling betrayed by Martinez, Vance sought revenge. Martinez, not content with just ruining Vance's life, also betrayed him and his friend Phil Cassidy by sending a group of thugs to kill them. He then made a deal with the notorious Mendez brothers, Diego and Armando, to oversee their shipment of cocaine garden in Vice City. However, the shipment was ambushed and stolen by Vance and his brother Lance. Realizing that his dealings with the Mendez brothers were becoming too risky, Martinez decided to turn safe witness and enter witness protection. He was given a new identity, signed Johansson, and relocated to a new city. But Vance and Lance eventually tracked him down and killed him, seeking justice for all the harm he had caused. As for the comparison between Martinez and Diego the Smilodon from Ice Age, Diego was a highly intelligent and cunning predator, while Martinez was only moderately intelligent and used his cunning for selfish and corrupt purposes. The novel will be an action-packed thriller filled with descriptive language that brings the gritty world of Vice City to life. The story will follow Vance's journey of revenge and redemption as he takes on Martinez and Mendez brothers, culminating in a dramatic showdown that will leave readers on the edge of their seats. Jerry Martinez was a corrupt sergeant at Fort Baxter Army Base, using his position of power to engage in illegal activities such as drug dealing, soliciting prostitutes, and even watching animal porn in his barracks. He was one of the superior officers of Victor Vance, a young soldier who looked up to him for guidance. One day, Martinez ordered Vance to get a shipment of drugs for him and hide them in barracks. Unbeknownst to Vance, this would lead to his dishonorable discharge from the army, ruining his career and reputation. Feeling betrayed by Martinez, Vance sought revenge. Martinez, not content with just ruining Vance's life, also betrayed him and his friend Phil Cassidy, sending a group of thugs to kill them. He then made a deal with the notorious Mendez brothers, Diego and Armando, to oversee their shipment of cocaine arriving in Vice City. However, the shipment was ambushed and stolen by Vance and his brother Lance. Realizing that his dealings with the Mendez brothers were becoming too risky, Martinez decided to turn state witness and enter witness protection. He was given a new identity, Sven Johansson, and relocated to a new city to start a new life. But his past caught up with him, and he was eventually tracked down and killed by Vance and Lance, seeking justice for his betrayal. As for the comparison between Martinez and Diego the Smilodon from Ice Age, Diego is a fictional character known for his cunning and intelligence. While Martinez may have been moderately intelligent in his own right, he pales in comparison to the sharp wit and strategic thinking of Diego. The novel will be an action-packed thriller, filled with suspense and intrigue as Vance seeks to take down Martinez and the corrupt forces that have plagued his life. The writing style will be descriptive, painting a vivid picture of the seedy underworld of Vice City and a dangerous game of cat and mouse between Martinez and Vance. The language will be English, capturing the gritty and intense atmosphere of the story.